Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This isn't going to be a very long video. I am basically going to be discussing, or rather just sharing with you all, a dream I had a long time ago about the man with the hat. If you don't know who the man with the hat is, he is a being who appears throughout a lot of paranormal lore. A lot of people have seen him. He is a type of paranormal being. Some people consider him a ghost or an evil spirit. He tends to appear in people's bedrooms at night, usually accompanied by sleep paralysis. So people wake up, from bad dreams, unable to move their body. They'll be paralyzed and he will be standing over them. A man in a black fedora with a black trench coat on, and he's completely made out of shadow with glowing red eyes. And he usually speaks in a scary, kind of like demonic sounding voice if he does speak. And basically he emanates this like really kind of evil, sinister energy, and it makes people terrified. Anyway, I actually had a dream about him when I was a child. I've had 3 dreams about him. For sure 2 dreams, I'm not sure if it was him or not, but the other 3 I'm 100% sure it was him. And I have basically had it verified through some channeling I did. So anyway, this is just the first dream I had. I was in elementary school when I had this dream. I was probably in maybe the 1st grade, if not the 2nd grade. In the dream, I was standing. It was nighttime. I was in some city. It felt like the 80s for some reason. I was in kind of like the street behind some businesses, so it was kind of like a large alleyway, and it was there was like smoke, and it was just really shady and creepy. And I saw a man in a trench coat and a hat walking into the alley, into the smoke that was coming out of some pipes or something. He just disappeared in the alley, and I was following him for whatever reason. And I remember thinking he was very suspicious, and in the dream, I don't know why, but I felt compelled to follow him. So I was following him. I saw him duck through the alley and disappear into like some door. So I waited a moment, and then I went in the door. And when I went inside, it looked like an office building of some kind, but it was, it was dark, it was nighttime, all the lights were turned off. And I ended up finding my way to a certain door, the door that has like that glass, like that frosted glass, and it said detective across the front. And so I realized that this man in the hat and the trench coat was some kind of detective. The dream felt very like noir almost. It felt like those old detective kind of movies we see, in the old days. I went in the room in this like detective's office. Nobody was in there. I walked far. There's a lot of different desks and like different offices inside of this one room. I go all the way to the back of the room, and I'm looking at like this main desk, and I don't know what I'm looking for. And I hear somebody coming into the room, so I duck down behind the desk, and I hear footsteps approaching, and they're, I can hear, it sounds like dress shoes, I think. It's getting closer and closer and closer, and I'm getting more and more afraid. I'm feeling very, very fearful. I hear the footsteps stop very near behind me. For whatever reason, I feel compelled to stand up, and I do, and I turn around, and he is standing right there. In all his glory, he was very evil. He was smiling, and he had sharp teeth. He had glowing eyes. He had the trench coat. He raised one arm up, and I was unable to move. I was paralyzed. Some large eyes appeared like floating in the air behind him. I could see like the energy coming off of him, that he was like shooting into me. I was very afraid. I was afraid for my life, for my safety, for my sanity. I don't know who he was, but it's like whatever he was doing, it's like he forced me, he compelled me to stand up and just turn around and face directly towards him so he could throw this energy on me. And I remember waking up from this dream like horrified and afraid. And this was the first dream I had about him when I was a child. The other 2 dreams I had about him were when I was much older. So and I'll probably share those in really soon in later videos, but that's all I wanted to say. That was just the first dream I can remember having about the man with the hat. I was probably in the 3rd grade, or I'm sorry, 1st grade, 1st or 2nd grade. I'm leaning more towards 1st grade. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you all. Hope you all have a good night, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care.